Good morning, friends. Now, if you're new to my channel, I don't normally sound like this. Last week, I was doing guided reading with a couple young friends, and I took a direct sneeze to the face, and it was one of those kind of sneezes where you, like, feel the wetness. Yeah. So I knew this was coming. I knew the sickness was here. But the good thing is, this week, it's like 85 the entire week. And the crazy thing is, sometimes it snows in September. So the fact that it's 85 is just crazy for Wisconsin. Global warming, man. So I went to Quick Trip to get a nice coffee because I also needed gas. And then I got a little sandwich and some tea. And I'm ready to take on this day. Today we start our very first Tier 2 meeting. I'm a Tier 2 coach for our PBIS team. So Tier 1 is like the main curriculums, and then Tier 2 is like the more intensive like interventions with students who need more help. Give it to them in the regular education environment. So the Tier 2 team is my principal or school psych, and then me, and then the third grade teacher, and we make decisions on students that need interventions, and then eventually, like, if it needs to be like a referral process, we're all involved in that too. It's a fun time. We're just talking about our systems and stuff, so really boring stuff today. Tomorrow, the superintendent is coming, so I want to make sure my room is beautiful. She's visiting one of the kindergarten rooms and then the 5th grade room. And the kindergarten room, I'm sure it'll be great, cute and all that, because kindergartners are cute. And there's only 13 of them in that class because we have 2 sections of kindergarten, because there's a 13 section and then a 14 section. And 27 kindergartners is a whole lot to handle. But 5th grade is 29 students just crammed into a room, and it looks like a little clown car, honestly, with how many desks are in there. Other 5th grade rooms. She posted on Facebook a week ago that she was in a different elementary school in our district's 5th grade room. She was in a couple pictures with them, and like just the difference in space in that room is just crazy. So I'm gonna head inside. I have a clipboard with some important paperwork on, and I need to have a parent sign, and they usually drop their kid off. So here's hoping they do that today. So I just finished a reading mastery lesson with 3 friends. This is the 2nd level, so technically intended for like 1st grade friend. The story we were reading today was all about a guy who sells his buttons and then his pants fall off, so they thought that was funny. But then they also don't understand why someone would want that many buttons, because kids these days aren't really accustomed to like fancy buttons. They're just used to like buttons on their pants, and that's it. I know outfits in the past, you'd have like the fancy embellished buttons or the pearl buttons or the glittery buttons, and we have pants buttons. And so today, luckily enough, one of the girls was wearing jeans, but usually when I'm doing this lesson and I ask who's wearing buttons, nobody's wearing buttons. Like, we read this story 3 days in a row basically, just because it's a continuation of another one about buttons, and usually nobody's wearing buttons. It's only the 16th of September and the October book orders are already here. Sigh, so many. Today for our lunch specialty, we have fish sticks, fries, and pickles. Very juicy looking pickles. The fries semi look crunchy, but only 4 fish sticks. Must be running low. So the worst thing about having Tier 2 after school is that it's in my room, and my room is always a disaster where we'd like to have a meeting. You know? Bag is packed. It's ready to go home. It is almost 5:30. Super duper close. Let's go shut our light off. The cold is definitely not great, but I've had it worse. I seriously cannot believe how nice it is right now. It's 5:30. It could be freezing, but it is still 75 degrees out. Probably go home, have some Arby's with my boyfriend. I'm gonna get a chocolate shake to soothe my poor throat. Probably sit on the balcony and write some IEP agendas. Today was just a weird Monday though. One of my kids was sick, another was at a water park, so I had less kids than usual. But of the kids I still had, one was cutting their leg hair with scissors, and the other, in a different classroom, was stabbing things with their scissors, so I had to go get them, take them to have a break. And it's just been like a really emotional day. So in gym class, they're doing kickball, and right now I'm doing this thing with my para where right now I do foundations with my students, and then at 10:30 I go walk by gym or music or art, and then I grab a student and I go and support them in their specials. And then my kids that were in foundations with me continue with my para down to their classroom where she supports them in number corner. So today was the first day that happened. So they were doing big bass today. And when I walked in, there was like 2 kids crying. And then there was a fire drill. And then after the fire drill, they played a little bit more. But then at the end, there was like 5 kids crying because they were mad about like the order they were kicking the ball in, or they felt they didn't get enough time to play, and one kid was mad they lost. Sometimes you just forget how emotional elementary schoolers are. Our PBIS meeting went okay. It was just a lot of boring talk about dates and schedules and when we want our intervention and enrichment classes to kind of line up. So that's all dealt with, and that's beautiful. 2 IEPs tomorrow. It's one family that I'm just doing both at the same time because their IEPs are due within a month of each other, so it's just easier to do them at the same time. Well, I should say it's easier to hold the meetings. When it gets down to writing up, it's just like, 2 IEPs. Okay, I'm gonna head home, get a milkshake. See you tomorrow. The aftermath of my IEP meeting. This table's a mess. Mess over there. So the thing about having 2 IEPs in one day is, yes, it's great, and I don't have to have another meeting with that same family like a month later, but also it lasts a lot longer because here we are at 6 o'clock and I'm still here, and I have 2 IEPs now that I have to write, so that's not the greatest. Sometimes it's nice to have them spaced out to have more time to do them, but also if the kids come to their IEP and they maybe bring family members, you have to have more things to keep the kids busy while the adults are talking. So the table mess is from everything that we were using in the library that the kids were playing with, and I don't feel like cleaning it up, so I think I'll just do it tomorrow, which is probably a bad decision because I haven't been waking up as early as I would prefer. Shame on me, sleeping in, using that snooze button, which I never do, but it's just so weird right now. It's like 85 degrees. I feel like it's the end of the school year, or maybe like I came back after spring break. Like it doesn't feel like it's the beginning of the school year and I have all new kids, because I really don't have all new kids. It's just like a continuation of the kids I had, plus a couple new ones. And all the curriculums I use, I've just continued off basically where I was last year with them. So we're making all the same progress that we were last year, and we just kept on going. Like really, there's nothing new and nothing changed. It's all the same curriculums. It kind of makes me wonder what like year-round school would be like. Like there probably wouldn't be as much like test student regression, because they'd be, refreshing their brains and wouldn't be playing Fortnite for 3 months in a row. But I don't know. I'm no expert on that. Speaking of Fortnite, I pop into a MAPE class, so music, art, PE, aka physical education. And so we swap. So then I go to the MAPE class and my para goes with those kids down to their class and they do number corner. But the thing is, today they had music, and that class as a whole is a lot to handle, and there was like 5 kids doing Fortnite dances, and I just feel so bad for that music teacher because she's trying to teach them this cute dance about a sailor with long legs, and then there's a one with a short leg, one has like knocked neck knees. I don't know what that one was. But anyway, so there's this cute song. They have a little turn dance that goes with it. And one of my friends who I'm in there to support behaviorally was using his British accent. So you always know it's going to be an interesting day when he pops out the British accent. So, that wasn't helping matters either, because that was making the rest of his friends laugh. That class is just so hard, so difficult. There's just so many interesting personalities happening in it. Just so interesting. But anywho, we had nachos for lunch today. I'm about to go home and have unicorn mac and cheese for dinner because I'm an adult. I've been eating my pumpkin spice almonds from Target. Knocked it into my stuff on my desk. Honestly, I said that this would be like a student toy, but honestly, I think I'm using it more than I've let a student use it. Tomorrow's the 3rd Friday of the month, due date. And I have all my IEPs in. Technically, I'm waiting on 1 piece of signed paperwork, but it's not the end of the world if it's not in. So, woohoo, met that deadline. Now, the big thing is I have these 2 IEPs, and I have a couple more I need to schedule. Scheduling is just such a pain because you have to have the principal schedule and the parent schedule. Sometimes I'd rather actually just have the IEP than have to do the hassle of scheduling the IEP. I honestly enjoy initial evaluation IEPs because I'm not the one scheduling it, the school psych is. So I don't have to schedule the IEP. I just have to show up, say my piece about what I have to say about the student and their evaluation results, and if they qualify, what services I can provide. But I don't have to actually be talking to the parents and scheduling it all, because sometimes if there's a lot of service providers, oh my goodness, it could take forever. This chair's so comfy and it makes me not want to leave. So sorry for the boring content on this day, but yay, IEPs. Oh, also,
I know some people have to have IEPs, like rough draft, like written before you attend the meeting, but like our district, you just have your agenda and then you allow parents to have like input on what the goals are, their strengths of their child and stuff. I feel like that's super intimidating if you sit down and you're like, okay, here's your IEP, here's the paperwork. Do you have anything to add to this? Like, I don't know. If I was a parent, I'd be like, I don't know, you guys are the experts. I think that'd be hard to like contribute what your like true feelings are if they already have like this big piece of paper in front of you that already looks like it's done. Like my IEPs are like 18 pages long, so that's long. That's a lot of paper. Okay, going home. Mac and cheese. Yeah, yeah! Rainbows and stars.
And unicorns? What? So I had every intention of, bringing my own breakfast. I even could have made a smoothie, but we don't have any bananas. But instead, I went to McDonald's because my throat is killing me and all I want in the world is a frappe. So here we are, frappe, Coke, and Cinnamon. Let's go to school.
Looks pretty legit.
It is Wednesday. It is almost 7 o'clock at night, and I am just now leaving school. I wasn't here on any sort of school business. One of my friends is in charge of one of the middle school volleyball teams, and she was making water bottles for her team. So I was letting her use my Cameo, and they look super good. So I'm really happy for her. I'm gonna go home and watch the last episode of Bachelor in Paradise, the one that was on last night. I didn't watch it yet, and I also haven't caught up with Dancing with the Stars either because Hannah's on it, and I really like Hannah from Alabama. Today was an interesting day behavior-wise. Like, Wednesday is like such a super random day for some of my kids to be sparking up the kind of behaviors that were happening. And of course my principal was gone today, so I was like the mean person dealing with all of the behaviors. Such is the life of a small school. And I don't know what is up with the kids and scissors these days, but I've taken 2 kids' scissors away and given them the like cheap plastic ones that you use in like preschool because you literally cannot cut anything but paper. They're trying to cut like their backpacks or their hair or their clothes, and no, that's not happening. Otherwise, like today as a whole was just super busy, kind of just the usual curriculums that I've mostly been doing. Nothing too surprising. I did get to meet the new teacher they're hiring to help like team teach 5th grade, which is nice because our class size is big, but like this doesn't help me at all because I still have kids all over the place. I'm looking forward to maybe getting another pair soon. That would be much appreciated. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Rice Krispie treats, maxi cheese sticks. Yes, good lunch for a Thursday. So this morning when I got to school, I actually got here probably around like 6:50. Don't have to be here contract time till like 7:20, so there's not many people in the parking lot, and I'm digging around in my purse and I'm digging around in my bag, which is, quite sizable. Cannot find my lanyard, badge, keys anywhere, so just like hung around in my car until somebody else came, which was like 5 minutes later. Luckily I had coffee, but still 5 minutes of my life wasted, and here we are, 4:30, ready to go home basically, and I still can't find my keys. So there's that. Tomorrow's Friday, and I probably would have come tomorrow early and filmed a Scholastics book haul because I spent way too much on books. So I'm just gonna make myself stay late and do it tonight anyways. Great. So bonus video coming right up. So if you watched my video where I discussed the books I bought, great. If not, I'll leave that link somewhere around here. I'm gonna go home. I'm just gonna leave the books as is. I'll put them back in the box and I'll deal with them tomorrow. I ordered a stamp off of Zulily that you can like stamp your name in it. It says like from the Library of Miss Shear, and it's cute. So I'm probably gonna have my para do that on one of our professional development days where she doesn't have much to do and she's looking for something to do, because I have a lot of books. That would take a while to stamp all those, and I'm in the middle of a couple IEPs right now, so I don't really have time to be devoting to stamping my books. Do you ever leave your desk like this? I do. No shame. I'm gonna go home. I think I'm getting Subway, and then I really want to go to Target and Dunkin' Donuts. I don't really need anything from Target. I just kind of want to go, which is bad because bad decisions happen there. I could just say I'm going to get toothpaste because I think I need toothpaste. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Target to get some toothpaste. My favorite kind of self-care after school is a little bit of Dunkin' Donuts. And also Target, of course. Let's go. seriously in disbelief at how nice it is right now.
Welcome, friends. Happy Friday. If you don't know what a gaga ball pit is, it's like a recess game where you kind of throw like a kickball, but you have to hit each other below the knees to get them out. Anywho, it's brought a lot of chaos to our school because the kids are so excited to play it, but they can't agree on who's out and who's in and who's still following the rules or what rules they're following. So we had some recess disagreements today, so I was very busy for the rest of the afternoon. I had such a good morning. And then around like 12:30, all chaos started to happen, and I was visiting with several friends for a while. Chair throwing, table tipping, yelling, screaming, crying, you know, the usual. My shirt today says I'm silently correcting your grammar, which is sometimes what I do, which is kind of funny. And then the skirt I'm wearing is unicorns. Because it was 80 degrees today, so I just didn't feel like wearing jeans. Drinking coffee, even though it's 80 degrees, because I was reading a kid a book to calm them down, and my throat was just dying. So it's 4:18 now, and I'm going to head out to Walmart, do a little 5 to 10 job, make some money to recoup any sort of crazy spending I did this week, aka iced coffee, literally my weakness. And I will catch you guys tomorrow, probably here in this classroom, because I think it's supposed to rain and I don't have anything going on, so it'd be nice to come and do some IEPs or something, or just like literally sit here and watch YouTube or something and not be at home. Because when I go home, like I just feel compelled to like dishes and laundry and cleaning and, you know, actually doing things. But like when I'm here, then it's like soothing, relaxing time, which is quite strange because I'm sure most people aren't relaxed by being in their classroom, but like I love my classroom. It's very soothing. Okay, see you tomorrow.